There are many swords in history that one could call great, but unfortunately the British 1796 pattern spadroon was definitely not one of them. In fact, it is quite arguably one of the worst weapons ever developed in the entirety of history. Now how, you may wonder? I mean, after all, looking at the picture, it seems like a pretty decent sword. I mean, it's a sword at least, right? It can cut, it can thrust, it can do all these things, right? No, not really. In sword fighting, the way that you damage an opponent is by either stabbing them or slashing them. Those are the two things that you need to do in order to actually hurt your opponent, and this sword unfortunately seemed to be incapable of either one. The blade itself was extremely light and flexible, and when I say that, you need a degree of flexibility in a sword because if it doesn't have any flexibility, when you hit something with it, there's a chance that it's just going to chip and break. But you don't want something to be so flexible that when you hit an opponent, it just bends instead of actually cutting them. And that is what this thing did. And mind you, we're not even talking about this weapon being used against people wearing armor. British officers utilizing it reported that against opponents wearing clothes, this thing could not either cut or stab them. Not only this, but the grip was small and awkward to hold, and simultaneously the only protection that your hand actually had was the clamshell guard, which is not inherently a necessarily bad guard to have, but when it is secured only by a very small pin, this means that even the slightest amount of force coming down from an opponent's blade was able to break through the guard itself, causing it to smash into your hands and the sword of your opponent, cutting you. Yeah, no one really wanted this thing, and it was issued just in time for the Napoleonic Wars.